welcome back to my channel, and thank goodness it is spring. I have needed this. It is finally spring. The new energy is here. We are embracing it. As you can see, I already went for my morning run. If you missed the last vlog, I did it. I committed. I signed up for my half marathon. So I have not run a half marathon in over 7 years. And my running journey has been very sporadic. I would say the last like 5 or so years. Though 10 years ago to like the last 5 years, I was super on it with running. I used to do like weekly runs with the Nike community in Toronto, and I would do long runs on my own. Like I was very, very much a runner. And I had to have a very deep one-on-one conversation with myself about discipline. You know, I talk about discipline, I talk about it in my motivational videos. I'm a fan of discipline. I think it's important, but I have not been as disciplined as I need to. So I finally committed and I signed up for the Nike LA half marathon. It's the women's run after dark tour in June. So I have just over 2 months. It's very tight, but I have just over 2 months to get it together. So I am training. You are going to come along with me for the training, whether you want to or not. I hope you do want to, because I'm going to be really just disciplining myself. I had to like channel my inner Cadet Kelly, in all honesty. I just don't know where that came from, but I remember Cadet Kelly and I was like, you know what, that's who I need to be. I need to basically put myself on a regimented protocol routine to get myself back on track. And spring feels like the right time. And today is a little bit of everything. I got ready after the run. I'm feeling a bit better. I did a little stretch, had some food, and now I'm gonna get into my day, into work. You know, the usual things that happen, and hopefully find some moments of joy as well. Getting a little stir crazy being at home. I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but I've been struggling with working from home, which I've been doing on and off for 10 years. So it really isn't new to me, but I do need to get outside, even though I was already outside for the run. So I changed my shirt because I felt like the gray was just giving frumpy. I'm also in a rut when it comes to getting dressed as of late. I have a lot of my favorite pieces, like these pants. These are some vintage men's like army pants that I had tailored, that I actually tailored myself years ago, and so that they like fit my hips a bit better. I do love them. Obviously, you guys know my green bag because this has been a newer addition. I can't tell if it's like too much green, but it is who I am. I love green. I will wear it. But I just put on this cute, kind of looking vintage shirt. It's not vintage, but just to change it up, it doesn't feel quite as frumpy. I do feel a little frumpy though, but it's okay. We're moving with it. I've been trying to explore new clothing items. I will keep you updated on how I want to be perceived as a woman in my soon to be mid 30s, because my birthday is around the corner. But I'm gonna go drop something off at the post office. I think I'm gonna grab a burger because I am so hungry. This is another thing about running. I just need to eat more because obviously I'm working out, I'm burning more. And I'm in my luteal phase, so I just need more protein. I need more red meat, and I'm also just like, I'm a red meat girly. This is just who I am. So I'm gonna grab a couple things while I'm out, soak up the sun. I will be changing these glasses because it is sunny, but I do love the look of a little reading glass, and this is a different shape for me, so it's been nice to play around with like a new shape. Again, trying to redefine my personal style as a 30-something-year-old who works from home, who does often dress like a little bit of a tomboy or like a 14-year-old boy, as you've probably seen. But that's another day problem. Let's get outside. Let's get some sun. Let's get some change of scenery before I get back to the computer. am being forced to do a little spring cleaning, which actually is probably the best thing because I've been meaning to do this for quite some time. But we finally got our new faucets installed in our bathroom. I ordered them a while ago. You were there, you helped me. And our landlord finally organized someone to come in. So early this morning, we had someone come and change the faucets, which resulted in everything being removed from under the sink. And let me tell you, 3 years in one place, you don't think that you're hoarding. I don't want to say the word hoarding. I wouldn't think that I'm hoarding, but there's definitely things and products that I have either been gifted or I purchased that I just don't use, that I just don't need. And there's a lot to fit in like this very small space. And even when he came, I felt so bad. I was like, oh, it's kind of like a Leaning Tower of Pisa in there. Like everything is put in so perfectly so nothing falls. And now I'm realizing, okay, everything cannot go back in. I cannot put everything back in. So I'm going to, well, I just cleaned. So I just cleaned everything, which is probably the first time that I've cleaned it. Which it is. It is the first time I've cleaned it since we moved in here 3 years ago. So it is clean. And now I'm going to reorganize and get rid of things. And it's like the fourth spring cleaning that I think I needed. A little reset to make sure that I feel like I'm only keeping the things that I need, that I use. And I can either donate or throw out things that I just don't need. And it'll feel so good once it's done. I know once I open this and I'll be like, oh, it's organized. Every day will just be a little bit better. Organized now and I feel so much better. It's basically the same organization as before, but just less things. I have a garbage bag that I'm throwing out and then a couple of things that I'm donating, and like I've moved some things around based on how often I use it. So truly I feel so much better. I feel accomplished, and it was the fourth spring cleaning. So if you need a reason to spring clean, let this be it. Let me show you how good it can feel if you organize and get everything taken care of. Today, oh wow, you can really see the steam. I just got back from a walk and made soup for lunch. I am feeling a little sick, just like sore in the throat. Honestly, I don't think it's anything. I think it's just how I end up feeling. My luteal cycle is, or my luteal phase, I guess is the right way of saying it. I always end up feeling like I'm getting a cold. So I just made this veggie soup, sort of like my go-to. It has turmeric in it, salt, pepper, carrots, celery, and bacon for a little protein. So I'm going to give myself all of the steam, have the soup. I thought it'd be a good time to tell you why I'm doing the half marathon. I know I talked about it before a little bit, just in regards to like wanting to get back into running and wanting to push myself and have a goal. But for me personally, it is really about showing up for myself because I have not got back into running properly. I've not stayed consistent over the past like couple of years. I would start running again, then kind of fall off, and start again and then fall off. And I'm gonna be honest, like my health hasn't been super beneficial. It feels like every single time I'd kind of get into a rhythm, something would happen, whether it was having surgery or just my migraines, dealing with endo, cramps, things like that. It felt like it was just sort of one thing after another. But since going AIP in the summer of last year, like August 24, I would say my health is starting to improve, specifically the cramps and dealing with endometriosis and adenomyosis. So it feels like that area of my health is under control. And I know I've mentioned before with migraines, sometimes working out, sometimes running, being physically active actually helps migraines. And I was doing a lot of reflecting, as we love to do, reflecting on life. And I was looking back at when I felt physically my healthiest, and that was in my mid-20s, when I was running a lot and working out a lot, and I had a more balanced life, and I was not working all the time. So I would say 2017, 2018 were like the epitome, the times of my life that I felt my best. I was working out, I was working a decent amount, but not over the top like I have been basically since the pandemic hit. In 2020, obviously, a lot of things changed for many of us with work, and being a small business owner and entrepreneur, it became very imperative that I had to be extremely involved in a lot more ways than I would have been if I could have a bit more control on the economy and life. And so I think I fell into a pretty overworking pattern where everything was about work. And I'm sure if you've been following my vlogs, you see that I work on weekends, I work during the week, I work a lot. So I am trying to prioritize my physical health in a positive way, like running, and not make work my priority, because I did read the book, The Body Keeps the Score, and it put a little bit of fear into me. Maybe a little bit more than a little, but it put some fear into me of realizing, okay, I need to actually balance my life, prioritize my health, and for my mental health, I also find running is so beneficial. So all in all, running is right now very much for me to prove to myself that I can, prove that I did something 10 years ago, 7 years ago, that I can do it again, and that there's not like an age limit on things or even a health limit in terms of if I'm dealing with migraines or having endometriosis and not being on medication the way that I was when I ran those races before, and just proving to myself that I can do it, because we need a little discipline. I had to cadet Kelly myself. I know I said it before, but I really had to have that like hard conversation and be like, girl, it's time to get it together. So today was a bit of a rest day. I did a long walk, which was hills, but not running, because hills yesterday running was killing me. So today was just really about walking. Tomorrow I may run, or I'll probably do mat Pilates, either or, and then I'll have my long run on the weekend, which I will try to do about like 7K, 7.5K, and basically adding 2 kilometers to my long run every single week leading up to the half, which will get me actually over the 21, but around the 20 is what I'll try to do the week before, so I don't push myself too much and I don't know what 21 feels like. I will feel it when I do it during my half. So all in all, I am taking care of myself. The soup should help, proving to myself that I can, having those hard conversations and reflecting on my life to kind of remind myself that I can control how I feel and what I do, rather than feeling like life is happening to me, if that makes any sense. Something fun, mostly because I've had doing like a little thrifting craft on my mood board, my to-do list, my hobbies that I can't monetize list. So it is another rainy day. I feel like the last time I filmed an outfit similar to this was a rainy day. Anyways, I am heading to the thrift store, hopefully just one or two. Hopefully I can find what I'm looking for. And I thought I'd put on a cute little outfit for the rainy day. I was already outside. My hair got crazy, so I just finished styling it up. I did my Pilates for the day, so my movement for half marathon training, check, that's done. Put in some time on the computer and had a few calls. I feel like I always need to explain that I work. I don't know why that is. I just feel like I need to validate to you and to myself that I'm like on my computer. But as you know, we're not making work my priority. That's why I'm going to do this errand and make that a part of my day and a priority for me. And I'm going to wear my favorite Air Maxes. So today is actually Air Max Day, March 26th. They'll be after that when you see this. But these are my favorite Air Maxes. I've had these almost for a decade, which is kind of crazy. I don't wear them often, hence them being in good condition. But I wanted to put on a cute, kind of like cozy outfit with this fun little tote my friend got me when I was in San Fran. My friend Olivia got this from this beautiful pottery place called Heath. I always want to call it something else, but it's called Heath. And this blue is one of my favorite colors, and I love orange. So she was very thoughtful. So I'm going to wear these. I'm not going to put them on because I put on shoes here for a video recently, and Michael was telling me that the ground is very sandy. So no more shoes indoors, but these are the shoes I'm going to wear. I also made a coffee, you know, my to-go coffee situation. So I made a coffee, just trying to, you know, brighten things up. This luteal phase, it's really not my friend. I'm not feeling my best. I'm also dealing with a bit of a migraine because of the weather in combo with luteal. So again, being kind, coffee, cute outfit, cute tote, and let's go see what we can find at the thrift store. I just left thrift store number 2. No luck today. Absolutely no luck. I couldn't find any picture frames the right size. Like I'm looking for a long, narrow one, something that I can use to put a photo booth photo in. So it also has to be long and narrow. And yeah, there was just nothing that matched what I was looking for. I browsed around, I looked at some books, some home goods. It's always fun to just see what's at a thrift store. I feel like that's usually a place you find something like a hidden gem. Just not me today. It was not meant to be for me to find it today, and that's okay. Some days it's, you know, you find it, some days something finds you, and other days you find nothing. But I'm glad I got out and changed the scenery, trying to prioritize things outside of work. I can feel my glutes, my legs, and my hamstrings and my core just from that workout I did, that like mat Pilates. So it's working. The training for the half marathon, it's working, which feels good. And I'm going to share more about sort of my training journey, what I'm doing to train, how I'm including different workouts, and just my approach to training, obviously, because I'm not focused on time. Will I have a time goal? I think I will, closer to when I get to the half marathon and I know what I'm running at, like realistically. So I will try to have a goal, but the goal is really just to do it, to finish it, and to feel good. So I will keep all of you updated. If you have questions about marathon training, or if there's anything you want to know, or just, you know, you're a runner yourself and you have tips or tricks for me, please let me know. We can do this together because it really is a community thing. And I will see all of you guys on the next one. Bye.